G'day everyone, Master Rabbit here from CapsuleComputers.com. Today in front of us we're going to be running you through a game called Smash Cops from Hutch Games. Now Smash Cops, it's a very cool driving game, top-down driving game where you use just one finger and you can use basically one finger and a thumb to play this game, and you've got to take down the baddies and also do some challenges along the way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run you through going in and playing a couple of levels just to give you a brief rundown of how the game works. There are a total of 22 levels, as you can see. I've just gone through a couple of them myself. Now, basically, as I was saying, a total of 22 plus a few more missions coming down the track. So as you can see, there is a lot to do in this game. Honestly, it is very challenging as well. It's a great easy game to start with, but if you want to pick up, as you can see, you've got different rankings per level. For each level you get 5-star ranking, and I've gotten all of them so far up until level 12. But I can tell you that it is very hard to get all the 5 rankings. So basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run you through the first couple of levels just to give you a quick and brief understanding of how the game works. Before we go through that, I can actually tell you that you've got different type of cars that you start off with. I'll basically run you through. You start off with the standard patrol car. And as you can see there, it's got a basic level of speed, health and attack. It's not very strong. Then you upgrade once you've completed enough levels to get a cruiser. And that's a bit stronger. Then you can get an interceptor, which has got a lot more speed, health and attack. Same thing works for the enforcer. As you can see there, it's not as strong and not as fast as the interceptor, but you can see it's got a whole lot more attack and attack and health. Then we've got the Brutus. The Brutus basically is a truck, or a police car truck, if you want to call it. It's got a lot more health and a lot more attack. A little bit slow, but it'll do a lot of damage, and it unlocks when you get 64 stars. So that is basically how that works. Now, if you can't be bothered picking up, waiting for to get those stars, you can simply unlock it with the online store, which is above there, and you can also get Super Cop and also Super Cop power-ups as well, which you can purchase them too. So for example, apart from that, there is nothing else really to talk about. In the options, you've got the different type of controls. You've got 2 type of controls. I'm going to show you the standard one that comes with the game, that the game recommends, and I'm going to do that now. I'm going to jump in. Before we do jump in, as you can see in the top left hand corner, I've got 45 stars out of 100, and I'm ranked as an officer. So every time you complete a certain amount of levels, you get more rankings and you get more stars. So I'm going to jump in here and show you how what it looks like and everything. I basically have to tell you that this game looks really smooth. It's like very nice graphically, and it's very easy to play with the one finger touch. So basically here we are. It tells you this is the control where you've got to pretty much put your finger at the back of the car to control it, and if you want to move, you move the car left and you move the car right. So it'll basically tell you moving right, actually the car will turn around. So as you can see there, you move it, you flick it around, the car turns in that direction. So I'm going to just show you how this one works. So I've got to put my car, basically the level doesn't start until you push this push or touch. So the car's going to go. I can see as soon as I started it, the car bounces off, and then what I can do, and then hold it down. By holding it down, you can see that the car slides, as you can see right there. Alright, so by sliding, I can also slide, let go of the finger, hold down, or wherever I want to go. So you can see that the arrow basically shows you behind the back where you're really going. Now what I'll do is I'll move on to the next level, so I'll give you a bit more understanding of how that works. So I'll bring you back down to a couple more levels back. Now the second level is not too complicated, but you'll see a little bit more. So now you can see how the combat works. The combat section of the game, there's 2 types. You can ram the cars in a standard procedure, or you can aim wherever you want to hit them, and then once you're ready to hit them, you can tap the other button, or you can tap the screen anywhere else, and it will kind of launch itself off, and it's called a ram. So what happens is when you ram someone, your energy actually depletes, and you've got to wait for it to reinitialize again, and it regenerates pretty quickly. So what we'll do is we'll take this car on right now, and we'll try and get it. Okay, so pretty much, as you can see, the car is running pretty slow because we've got a faster car at the moment. But whenever we want to, when you ram it, it loses a bit of energy, as you can see right now. We're just chasing it slowly. And then if you want to, all you got to do is just tap it, which I just did, and I just smashed them out of the way, and we will pretty much completed the tutorial. But that is how you ram. So what I'll do now is we'll jump in and do a couple of missions in standard mode, where we got to take down a few people. Now it does get pretty crazy in there, so we can see what it looks like. I'll jump back and do like level 3. I'm going to pursuit and arrest a sedan. Jump in and we'll see it. Now, as I was basically saying, graphically the game is awesome. The maps look very similar and even look more smoother than like the original GTA games that we've seen, of course, that we've all played in the past. It looks really, as you can see, graphically it looks really nice. There's a lot of cars. The cars are smooth. Basically, very, very nicely well-designed game. Very smooth and very easy to play. Alright, so here we go. Here's the car right now. You can see that he's running around. We've just smashed him a couple of times and we've completed it. So as you can see, it's very simple when you've got a really good car. You can get these 5 stars really, really easy. So I'll jump over and we'll continue. We'll do a couple more levels so you guys can see a brief understanding of what's going on. We'll do one that's not too complicated, but one that's actually very simple to do. There's also a few other ones where you've got to pretty much make it to the end of a level. We'll do the lowrider. The lowrider is another type of car that's that's out on the loose, and there you can see it right there. It's trying to run away from us, and I love the way it's got the police car, the helicopter overview and look from the top, where you can basically see what's going on. It looks like it's like a TV type of a show. All right, so here we go. The cop car's going. So I've just rammed him out of the way. Now you can see that he's lost a bit of energy, and we will wait for him to. It's always a good idea to probably wait for him to go. Now you can see that the car that we have is really, really good and very easy. You can see that we've just smashed these cars out of the way very, very easy. But what we'll do is I'll jump in and do one that's really complicated and a little bit hard, so you can see what I'm talking about. But before we do any further, you can see that every level has a specific amount of time that you've got to do everything in health, suspect the risk, and try not to hit down other cop cars that are in your way, because they try and help you, but unfortunately sometimes they get in the way and damage. Well, you can cause damage to them as well, and by doing that you hurt. You pretty much lose your 5-star ranking as well. So there's a few other levels. We've got two SUVs we can try and take down. We can bring the rest of something. Now this one here is a little bit different. How this one works is you have a suspect in your car, and you've got 2 other felons that are trying to ram you off the road. But what we've got to try and do is you've got to try and get your car, get to the police station without getting without you losing any energy. Well, not losing any energy, without you crashing or damaging too much of your car to get the gold power or the gold level ups for the 5 stars. But you got to try and also take down the guys that are following you around as well. So there's a lot of things that you got to do in this level. So you got to try and make it. Get all the checkpoints, because if you miss a checkpoint you've got to start it again, which I've just done now. So I'm going to try and get to that checkpoint right now. Go back, continue on. Now the camera angles are not that bad. They kind of reset themselves pretty well. As you can see, there's a few of the guys a few of the baddies that are chasing me, and I've got a health meter as well, which I don't, like I said, I don't believe I'll lose my health, but I won't get a very good score at the end of this level, as you can see. So I'm not ramming anybody here. This one here pretty much is a mission to try and get yourself to the police station with a suspect in the car. You can also basically what we'll do is before the end of the mission, we'll try and smack down those 2 cars that are following us, and we'll get to the end of the mission. The end of the mission is just right here. So what we can do is we can see where the suspects are, which I'm not sure where they are. They've actually gone, but we'll complete the mission right now. Alrighty, so that completed the mission. As you can see, that I did it in quick time, but I lost too much health. Didn't kill any suspects, which I was meant to, so therefore I only got 3 stars. Very simple. Alright, so that is Smash Cops in a nutshell. As I told you, there was a total of 22 levels in total, and I can tell you that this game is really fun to play. Graphically, it's really nice. Hutch Games have done a really good job with the design of the maps. They look really good from the top down, and it's fun to play. I can tell you that now. There's a lot of great time, you can have. Especially, it's very challenging when you try and get all the 5 stars. For example, we'll run through and do one more. Now, this one is very, very complicated. As you can see right now, your car is totally damaged. It's got nothing left, and you've got a certain amount of time before you can make it to the end. So as you can see right now, the car is completely up, big time problems. So what you got to try and do is you got to try and get to the end of the level without getting your car damaged too much, but also trying to get. I'm not going to make it. Going to try and make it to the end before the time runs out, which we just did. But as you can see, we made it with 10% health, but we didn't make it enough in time to get a full-on red 5-star rating. So there's a whole lot of different missions in the game. It's not just ramming out cars, but it does come in. Like I said, that's a lot of the element is. But basically, there's lots of different things that Hutch Games have thrown into the mix to make it a very fun and entertaining game. And that is pretty much it. Now, what I want to do is I'll jump back out to the main menu, and once we've done that, let me just jump out, go to the get out of quit, and I'll basically run you through a few other little options in the game where you can basically go through, and you can have, you've also got the achievements in the Game Center achievements. There are a total of 60 achievements in this game. There's a whole lot to do. I've picked up about half of them already, and there's a lot more to get. So basically, a lot of them are pretty much completing missions, and the other ones are getting 5 stars per mission, which I've got a few of them already so far. But apart from that, there's also a few other ones as well where you've got like try and wreck 4 cop cars in a single mission. There's a whole lot where you got to try and finish a mission without losing try and finish a mission with getting 100% health, and also taking down a whole lot of suspects as well. So that is everything in a nutshell, and this is Smash Cops. Now, it's available on the Apple iTunes Store. It's on the it runs on the iPhone and also on the iPad. Now, I'm actually running it on the iPad at the moment. It's more fun to play. You can see it like a whole lot more on the screen, which is great. And that is it. So if you have any questions or queries, leave them on the YouTube post. Like us if you like us. And that is it. Thank you for watching. Master Rabbit signing out from CapsuleComputers.com.